Hello. My tarot cards have totally fucking freaked me out big time. Tarot's amazing, like it constantly amazes me. So one of my friends is here and we've kind of got this thing that he's sure he had a past life in this kind of certain town in Italy. Like he had a really weird experience and there was something to be burning, okay, in a church, right? So I was using two different decks, right? Oh my god, I was proper freaked out, man. And I thought, right, the first deck I'm going to use, I was going to use my Golden Tarot because that's the deck for kind of, yeah, it's Renaissance Italy kind of image, and yet that time, the place, it fits. But it's a pip deck, so you know, I wasn't sure how much I would get. So, but kind of in it, first of all, like, is he right? You know, did he have a past life in Matera? And yeah, maybe there was like fire involved. You know, at the end. And I did say wands is yes, because of the kind of destiny element of it. But generally, and I actually had said first of all, swords are yes, but then I changed it. Generally, when I'm doing yes or no kind of thing, swords are yes. And I set that into next swords of the truth and clarity. So I told the Seven of Swords that I did kind of view that as a yeah, because I was like, yep, this is something to do about the search for your authentic self kind of thing, implicit with swords. So there was that, the truth, the clarity. And then I pulled the Hermit, which major arcana, so generally I view them as yes, but I've had this kind of feeling, we was talking about the fact it was in this church and we were kind of like maybe feeling like monk vibes. And oh my god, look at the imagery. Very kind of monk. But I've got another deck, Little Suns, and the imagery of the hermit, and that is very warrior hermit. And then I looked at the swords, and then I pulled the Nine of Swords as well. So I was like, yeah, I think you were like a warrior monk. Of some description, or possibly because swords being the head, right, and the hermit, the philosopher. I kind of felt maybe like he was maybe he didn't bear the weapons. Maybe he was like the strategist, the strategist. We kind of do all the planning and the attack plans and things like that, right? So this is where it got really nuts. I went to Rider-Waite-Smith deck to say, right, let's get a wee bit more. So say this is a pip deck, right? So the symbols, the minor arcana are very basic other than the court cards, right? So we weren't really getting much. Well, I did get quite a lot for here, but it's personal, so I can't talk about it. So went to Rider-Waite-Smith, we made the imagery kind of thing, right? So just to tell us a bit more about who my friend was in his past life, right? And Matera, because we were doing this as a yes. First card I pulled, the Hermit. This is the same across two decks. So well, yeah, I mean, I think you were definitely kind of among that for sure. And then I got my wee grimoire kind of thing, and that's specifically like St. Francis, the outlaw kind of thing. So then I got thinking the Franciscans, you know, were they involved in any wars? But I don't think they were maybe based in southern Italy, but I was like, well, you could have left. And then we kind of looked at again, because the next card that I pulled was the Seven of Swords, which was the first one that I pulled. So we've got identical cards across decks. I was freaked out, total freaked out. So yeah, maybe thought maybe he was a strategist, but yeah, I mean, ultimately at heart, he's a fucking philosopher, a mentor, a teacher. Didn't want to be doing this, using his brain, his intelligence in pursuit of, yes, war. Then the last card was the Sun. And there we've got the fire. And that's the most obvious message that I hit on last. So yeah, there was a kind of, yes, an ending by fire. But we got a lot of messages for him in the here and now. Like, because I went off in that sun. And yeah, like so much just kind of came out. And then we kind of moved on, kind of a few more cards that I'll keep personal. But how fucking nuts is that, man? Like sometimes it has happened to me if I have kind of used two decks. I don't do that too often actually. But yeah, sometimes it will happen where I pull the same card and it's just like kind of doubling down. So I was kind of taking that as a like reassured, no, you're right, you know. So that was pretty fucking nuts. If anyone wants to explore their past lives, hit me up. I love doing these readings, so let me know. I don't have any specific one yet, so just drop me a message and we can just maybe sort out a wee 6 cards kind of thing. Maybe kind of similar to that, right? Excellent. Love you so loads.